Alright, so today we've got the E36 and we're going to be replacing both front end wheel bearings and hub assemblies at the same time. We're just going to do it all at the same time, and yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so a good way to tell that a wheel bearing needs replacing is to 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So grab the wheel like that, top and bottom, and shake it. And I don't know if you can hear that little dun dun dun, like the little clicking where it's actually moving. If it's moving up and down, that's when you know that your wheel bearing needs replacing. Once you're up to this point, what we need to do is we need to get the brake caliper off. And what we do is, I'm not too sure if you can see down there, but right there, if it will focus. Anyway, right there is your 16 millimeter bolt. You need to get that off, one on the top, one on the bottom. Take that off and then hang the caliper up on probably the spring or something like that. Maybe here, but you'd want to go a bit higher, maybe the spring. And yeah, then that step is done. Okay, so once you've done that, what you need to do is now get off the brake rotor, which is held in by this little 8mm or something like that little nut, little screw thing. So you've got to get that off. You might need to put a little bit of penetratable stuff or WD-40 or lanolin or something like that, and maybe heat it up a little bit to try and get it off. Sometimes they're really tight, sometimes they're not even on properly, so yeah, good luck with that. Okay, so once you've taken it off, I actually had to go buy this tool, a little 6mm in-hex half-inch drive Allen key tool. And I had to get that. Once you've done that and you take the rotor off, you might need to give it a little tap with a hammer and then just pull off just lightly. And then I've brushed around the edges here with a steel brush, if it will focus, just all around here. And then pretty much you just put a flathead in and then lightly just tap it off. Okay, so I've hammered it, the dust cap off a bit now. What you can't do is be shy with it, like you got to give it a bit of oomph, so we've just got to finish tapping that off and then yeah, we're on to the next part. Once you're done getting that off, the dust cap off, what you want to do is, if you can see in here, it will autofocus. If you see in here, this little bit here needs to be pushed back, and then once that is pushed back out, then we can take the nut off and then the whole hub assembly. Okay, so once you take that off, that little pin clip thing, you're going to need a 46mm socket with a 1/2" drive to 3/4 drive adapter on probably a 600mm in length breaker bar. And they have got about 200 foot-pounds of torque, so this will take a bit of oomph to get this off. Okay, so we've got that off finally. I used a 600mm breaker bar and I still needed another pole to put on top of it. Once that comes off, easy as, there you go, that's useless now. You should just be able to pop that off as you saw. But yeah. Okay, so now once you've got the hub assembly and wheel bearing off, pretty much if the back of it's just still left on, just grab a flathead, put it behind, and it should just pop off like that, and then easy as you like. Yeah, definitely seen better days. While you're here, it's a great idea to use some lanolin or some brake cleaner just to clean up all around the axle here and the dust cover for the bearing. And yeah, so clean that, and then just got to put the hub assembly on. Should just slide right on. I would recommend using this. It's so good. It helps high temperature wheel bearing grease. It helps just getting it on a little bit easier. Like, don't be too shy with it. Like, it'll do the job. It's what you're gonna need to get the bearing on, so yeah, definitely don't be too shy. You may need to use a wooden or rubber mallet and just help it on. Yep. Just slide that on there, like that. There you go. Then grab your new or old nut, and on that goes. And then always just tighten it down hand tight first. Okay, once after that you've got to tap the tiny little lip of the nut in. I already did it. I just used a little punch and I just hammered it in and punched it in, and then now I just got to lightly tap on the dust cap and we're almost done. Okay, so now I've just got to put the brake rotor back on and then the calipers, and then we're done. it up. Now time for the calipers. Okay, just got to finish putting on the calipers and then put the wheels back on and we're done. So the wheel's on, time to check if we fixed it by the noise when you shake it from the top to bottom again, and we'll take it for a drive. Sounds fixed, no more of that clicking. Sounds good.